Dave.
Ian, what's going on? Are there fire ants or something? What's going on? No, I missed you. What, buddy?
It's just a weird and strange feeling I'm having.
What is it?
I need help. I need help decoding it.
Did you go buy a beige Camry or something? You okay? What's going on?
Let's unpack it.
Let's unpack your feelings. Let's unpack your feelings. You're Ian. I'm Dave, Apex adjacent.
Yes, and I'm having feelings and I don't know how to process them. Let me just tell you the things that are happening.
Okay. Yeah. Give me the symptoms. Yeah.
And then maybe you can decode what it is that I'm feeling, because I can't place it.
Okay. Okay.
I'm getting my Johnson & Johnson vaccine in 1 week from today when we're recording this.
Okay.
Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm getting that vaccine, which means by the end of the month, I will be fully vaccinated.
Yes. So you're getting the single shot J&J. I got the Pfizer 2-shot. I've been fully vaxxed for a bit. You're going to be vaxxed by the end of the month. Okay. All right. Okay.
And I have signed up to do a real life car thing. I'm going to do a race with my dad's race team in Oklahoma next month. And I have a replacement helmet on the way. And I'm going to get my Hans device recertified. And I don't know. And pretty soon we're going to get to do this in person because we'll both be vaccinated. And
I'm actually keeping you remote forever.
and after this last year, I don't know what this feeling is inside of me right now.
Right.
Can you help? I know it's whiskey.
Well, a lot of people have had a lot of whiskey inside them over the past year for good reason, right? We all have our coping mechanisms, right? Yeah, my new obsession is that Ben and Jerry's with the chocolate, or the chocolate and the peanut butter swirl with the fudge bits and the peanut butter cookie dough. Yeah, that's how I've been coping. Okay. Yeah. There's 1/4 of a pint left in the fridge right now, and I'm not gonna lie, I've thought about it twice since we started this recording. But Ian, what you're feeling, Ian, you've come down with a case of hope.
Whoa.
I know, right?
I don't care for it.
Now, since this kind of tends towards the positive side of emotions, this is more my bailiwick, as you would say, right?
Yes. I would say that, yeah. That is the sort of insufferable thing that I would say, yes.
In the flow chart of what someone's feeling, there's like a or a down thumbs. Like one goes to me, the other one goes to you.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, Ian, I gotta say, you texted me about you getting vaxxed up. So cool. We're going to be able to communicate with Bill Gates on 5G. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Cool. But it's just so cool to think that that extra layer of protection beyond like social distancing, mask wearing, and now vaccine, and more importantly, like our loved ones' vaccines, right? Like that kind of like that layer of like that being there gives us this hopeful feeling that we can do some normal stuff again, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like it's foreign at this point. Like I'm like There's times where something happens and it just doesn't seem real until you're in it, right? Like, did you feel that way at all, like with fatherhood, where it was like, it didn't seem real until like, they say like a lot of fathers, like it finally hits them when they see the baby, right?
Yeah, I've heard that before too. And that wasn't necessarily my experience. I think mine happened more gradually.
Okay. Yeah.
Throughout, Jenny's pregnancy and stuff. But
right. It's getting more real and more real and more real, right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. This is, sure. It's, I'm really thankful. It's not like there isn't awful shit going on, right now, right? Because there still is some really bad shit that unfortunately is still really plaguing our society. Like the horrible uptick in violence against Asians and Asian Americans, like the Chinese genocide of the Uyghurs, like all that stuff is just fucking insane, right? It's awful.
Mhm.
And so these little bits of hope that we're getting or positivity, like shine that much brighter right now. And it's they're so needed, right? Like it's so needed. Like, I don't know, like it makes me think of like after 9/11 when the Daily Show with Jon Stewart like came back on the air, like, and it was like, fuck, like awful stuff has happened. Awful stuff is still going to happen. But like, for fuck's sake, like we just need to laugh for a second, you know? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just that whole thing of like, I can be aware that bad things are happening, and also on the others at the same time think like, okay, I need a minute.
Right.
I just need a minute.
Right. 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 Because like we've talked about from like moment one of like the Trump presidency, the pandemic, like all of that kind of stuff, we've been in a marathon, right? We've been getting slowly boiled. None of this is like a sprint, right? And like needing to take a minute, like for self-preservation, self-defense, self-restoration, like, and like restoration of our families and stuff like that. That's like, that it's so important, right? It's so important, you know, like, yeah. You know, like stuff hit me pretty hard in the pandemic, like really early on because of like the insane amount of work I had to do up front.
Right.
You know, and like, you know, 2 like legit panic attacks, couple emotional breakdowns in there, you know, like within the first like couple months. And then after that, like things kind of like started to kind of normalize as far as like accepting the new normal of things. Right. And like, and so like getting to the point where like you and we're going to go do a track day. That's awesome. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. We're going to go do a track day. Getting to the point where like we could go karting again. Jesus, man. We could go karting again.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I want to discuss that with logistics with you as well, because I think once I'm fully vaccinated, I will feel comfortable going, because I think we go and stay not in the restaurant area. There's no really, we can just go in there, get our time sheets, go back out to the track, and we'll just stay out at the track the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Where there's constant airflow going through. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think would be great.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super psyched.
Yeah. Buddy, charge up your helmet radio, charge up your DJI, because we're going to talk shit to each other. We're going to make some karting videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So
I'm excited.
Good.
Didn't know how to process it.
Sure.
Complete.
And scene. I love you, buddy. It's been 3 weeks. It's been longer than 3 weeks since we've done a podcast. I've missed you. We stacked up those interviews. Yeah. So we had David Obachowski. We had Sid. We had Chrissy and Jeff from Everyone Racers, and we're thankful for all of them. Like, it was such a blast recording those episodes, and I think like we had 3 things that I think like right in a row felt so right for the voice of our show, right?
Very much, yes, because we kind of had like silly and frivolous, and then kind of more heady, and then like somewhere in between. Like, I think we kind of like, and creative, and right, all over, right? Just this like weird cloud that we operate in, right? So we're gonna try to do more interviews. I think, you know, we kind of got in a rut there where we weren't doing them for reasons I don't know, and I think there's just a lot of creative, interesting people in cars now, and there's more and more coming to the fore. So we are going to do more of those going forward, I think. And I have to say, I think we're getting more comfortable asking people to do interviews, right? Yes. Yeah. Yes, you know? So it's just 9 of the 10 reasons I was thinking of. Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, but yeah, I can't thank the folks that we've interviewed enough. It's been really awesome. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
Ian, you're
let's
keeping information from me. I am
yes.
aware of something happening, and I
Mhm.
don't know. This is a. You texted me something that you said we're going to talk about it on the show, and I've been in suspense for like a week, and I
Yeah.
needed more information. So hit me with your best shot, Pat Benatar.
Okay, go ahead and pull up in the current show folder a photograph that I titled. What did I title it? I title it "Mother of All Track
Oh,
Bums."
okay. All right. Okay. All right.
So my family and I drove
Oh
to
God,
Moab.
hang on. I screwed something up. I added it to the scene in OBS.
Oh wow,
What am I doing?
what's
Yes.
happening?
I don't know. Here you go. There we go. Boom. Mother of all track bombs. Okay.
Yeah,
Whew. Sorry about that. Okay.
that's all
Yes.
right.
You were
We took
saying.
the all track out to Moab.
Yeah.
We had a delightful little cabin on um, in a the cabin was on a loop a loop road that goes to the LaSalle Mountains, and it's like a
Okay.
60-mile loop. Dave, this road, nobody listens to this show, so it's okay. I can tell you, it is an amazing road.
Do
Like
we need to organize like an actual like organized drive out there? Like
possibly this road, like there was nobody on it.
okay. Okay.
There was hardly anybody on it, which is remarkable given what I'm about to tell you. And um and it had like open sweepers, like big open sweepers. It had tight sections. It had big drops. Uh,
No way.
Ridiculous views. Yeah, it was like a little rough in spots, but like I'd have to be a little careful in some spots with my car. And like there were some like rocks on the road, but there were like hairpins, and I mean, it was amazing.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
huge elevation changes.
No way. And this is the road that your cabin was on. So you
Yeah.
drove this a bunch.
Yes, and it
Oh my
was
God.
so much fun. It was so great. Um, Now here's what happened. So we didn't actually come home early. I was trying to. I this is on me. Uh, um, my wife made the plans. I'll just put it out there. My wife made the plans, and I mostly paid attention when she was relaying the plans to me. But dates got mixed up in my head,
Okay.
and I relayed bad information to you. It was
Ah.
my fault. That was my fault.
Okay. Okay. So like
We
nothing like nobody got shot in the head with an arrow and needed to go to the doctor. Like okay.
no.
Okay. All right.
However, we did leave Moab a little earlier than we thought we were going to.
Okay.
We were kind of like, it was one of those things like, well, it depends what time we get out of here. We're gonna get a hotel on the way back, and we're gonna, it was one of those.
Sure. Sure. Right.
So we got to Moab and we pulled into town and we're like, holy fuck, there's a lot of people here.
Spring
Like
break.
a
Spring break.
lot. And that was kind of what we thought at first too.
Okay.
And then I went into a store because our cabin had a hot tub.
Ooh.
And do you remember the thing I said like 30 seconds ago about my wife relaying information to me and me not retaining all of it?
You didn't bring a bathing suit?
There it is.
So you went to buy a bathing suit. All right.
I had to
Okay.
run it someplace to get a bathing suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, there's a lot of people here, so you guys just wait outside.
Yeah.
I'll run in
Yeah.
and just pick like the first bathing suit that I
Mhm.
think will roughly fit me, and I'll just pay for it and just throw the money at the cashier.
Mhm.
So I was doing that, and the cashier was like, "So are you here for Jeep Safari?"
Oh no.
And I went, "Nope." And she
Okay.
was like, "Oh, you just got lucky then." And I went, "Sure." The
Okay.
trademark in people skills, just
Uh-huh.
right there.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay.
So it was the Easter Jeep Safari. It turns out
Okay.
there were fucking Jeeps everywhere.
Really? Okay. I'm Googling Easter Jeep Safari.
Everywhere. Like Jeep comes, and
Uh-huh.
it's a big thing. They did cancel apparently the vendor expo or whatever.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
Um, It may surprise you to know that there was not a lot of mask wearing.
Right, right.
And as a matter of fact, I have two things to kind of give you an idea of the crowd that we saw there.
Okay.
The first is a story. The second is a picture. So the first one is that on our way out, we got gas to gas up to leave.
Sure.
And I had to go into the gas station to get ice.
Yeah, for the cooler, yeah.
So I'm in there. It's about 50-50 on the mask wearing.
Fuck, man.
Best.
God damn it. Yeah.
People just living their lives,
Ugh.
And two of the bros, one of them had like a Punisher t-shirt on, and they both kind of had that they probably drink Black Rifle Company coffee, that sort of bullshit.
Yep.
One of them was yelling to his bro patriot.
Compatra bro.
Compatra bro, yeah. From across the store, he was reading out all of the flavors of Monster Energy drink they had available.
No.
Yes, I promise you that happened.
That is a hat on a hat on a hat on a hat. Oh my god. Okay.
Right. Like if you wrote that in a story, someone would be like, "That's a little on the nose."
Yeah. No, there's Okay.
Yeah. No mask, just screaming it across the store.
Right. Okay.
And then the other one would be the picture that I put in the Dave Don't Look folder.
So okay.
You want to bring that up? It's not technically a Jeep because there's a lot of other ancillary off-road people.
Sure. Okay. Yes. Okay. So this is called, you titled the picture Toxic Brosculinity, and this is an old Bronco with the decal that we've seen before that says "No airbags, we die like real men."
It's just the worst.
Because having an airbag cuck you from death is like the worst thing that could ever happen to somebody, right?
Cuck you from death. Oh my god, dude, that's hilarious. Yeah.
Right? The people that have that sticker, we die like real men, I'm such a man, fucking my dick is the crumple zone. Come on, man. You gotta hand it to them. All right, that's kind of a problem that fixes itself, right?
It is. Except in a pandemic when you take out a whole bunch of other people out with you.
True, right? When it comes to just living in the automotive realm, yes. Right? No airbags, we die like real men. Ugh, whatever. Yeah, because we're lesser men driving our safe cars that might keep us alive for our families that love us.
Well, yeah, we would be lesser men for having fun in our cars well into our 70s.
Exactly. Can we title the episode "Airbags Cuck You from Death"?
It's amazing.
Fuck those guys, man. Fuck those guys. Whatever. Yeah.
So there was a lot of that. I mean, most off-road people that I have run across in my life have been very sweet, nice people. But
yes.
there was also a lot of this contingent there.
Sure.
And I was already annoyed because of the, global pandemic. And then, you saw a bunch of this stuff and you're just like, oh.
Right.
I'm already exhausted. I don't have time to be exhausted for you too.
Right. Yes. Threshold has been breached. Oh boy. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So we got really lucky that we had ended up booking the cabin that was way up in the mountains where nobody was.
Gotcha.
So we
okay,
had
good.
This little oasis to kind of hang out with. And so we just went from there to the national parks where they couldn't take their off-roading cars.
Right. So you just had to deal with them in intersectional traffic, right? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. And then going into town to get food because we, it was like a little cabin, so it didn't have a full kitchen, that sort of stuff. So we'd have to go get takeout or whatever. But
sure.
It was manageable.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's why we had planned to spend more time in Moab proper.
Right.
but then we were like, oh no, this is a super spreader event.
Nope, you made the right call. You made the right call. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what happened. I will say, I had never been to Moab before. It's unbelievably gorgeous.
Right? Yeah, it's like a Roadrunner cartoon, right? Like all that sandstone, it's just crazy.
It's so bonkers how beautiful just like everything is, and like how many different types of terrain there are in just
Yeah.
such a small area.
Yeah.
You know, you like round a corner, it's totally different.
Yeah.
Really cool.
So
Really,
so
really
what
cool.
national parks did you hit? You've already done Arches, or you did Arches on this trip?
We did Arches on this. I had never really been to Utah other than the Salt
Oh,
Lake
okay.
City airport.
Okay.
So we did Arches and Canyonlands, and then we did Dead Horse State Park.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
which
Yeah,
is right there. We actually did Sunset at Dead Horse State Park, which was awesome.
really? Okay, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was great. And going into Arches, I saw we were
Oh
going into
yeah.
Arches,
Yeah, let me pull up Instagram. Yeah.
and as we were driving in, um we saw I saw this really nice looking
Oh, you put it on
991.
your own.
Yeah, yeah, no. This no, it was on, I commented on his. This
Ah,
really nice 991 uh Turbo S coming the other way, and I was like, I was looking at the car. I was like, that's a strange car to see in a national park. And then I realized, like, oh, I think that's Magnus Walker.
okay.
And it turned out, because I commented, he was there for Jeep Easter Safari for some reason.
Okay.
Uh, he was there at Arches, and I just happened to see him like on
That's
the way to the.
amazing.
I think
Yeah.
it was on one of those. Yeah, it was in one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I said something. I think it was the one it was with the profile.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
Yeah, it was
That
super cool. And I commented on his post, and he was like, "Yep, that was me."
that's awesome. Yeah, that is seeing an internet celebrity, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that is a freaking awesome Porsche, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
So he did like a live video about this. Apparently, it had like he bought it with like 160 some thousand miles on it. So
Oh,
it's like a
wow.
really, really high mileage Porsche. Oh, there's my
Oh,
comment right
yeah.
there.
There you go. Yeah. Nice. Okay. That's real cool, man. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I did have to explain to everyone in the car who Magnus Walker was for a
Right.
little while, but
Right.
it was worth it. It was
Yeah,
great.
absolutely. But you texted me, and did I have the appropriate reaction? The reaction you were
You
looking for?
did, and I very much appreciated it.
Not a problem. You know, yeah, not a problem. Yeah, all caps were warranted for the response. Yeah,
Thank you.
right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, play to the right room, and you'll get what you're looking for, right? Yeah, nice, man. That's awesome. Yeah, that is a crazy, weird part of the country, man. Yeah, the landscape is just even just I-70. You just see crazy stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's
for
like
sure.
that one like kind of area where like everything seems like it was tilted on its side at like 45 degree angle, and you see like all these crazy like layers of like
Mhm.
earth and canyon, and it's and that's just I-70. You're not even getting off like the major highway.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, it was awesome. I'm super happy that we went.
Yeah. Nice, man. That's awesome. That's a cool trip, and I'm glad you found like a cool little undiscovered road. We might have to like make an Apex adjacent pilgrimage, like you know?
Yeah. It was. I mean, it was super rad.
Do you how long is the drive from Denver to that place?
It's about 5.5 hours.
Okay. All right. So how many times do you think how many oil pans do we need to bring for your R32?
Yeah, probably quite a few, because there's a lot of rocks. Because it's all sandstone, so all the rocks are constantly falling. That's the
Right.
whole deal, right?
Right. Yeah,
So-
that's what they do. yeah.
Why there are arches, and so there's a ton of rocks on the road.
Okay.
So the all road was actually, or the all track was actually great. on the road.
I'm sure it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good compromise between, you know, handling pretty well and
Right.
having enough ground clearance to not worry so much about
Right.
some of the boulders on the road.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll get you a 10-pack of oil pans and we'll plan it. Yeah, how many if like you, me, and PETA went to the cabin, like how many people do you think it could sleep?
That cabin that we were in,
Yeah.
it's for a couple,
Okay.
and maybe some small children.
Okay.
It had like one bed and like a pull out, like a futon.
Gotcha.
So
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm Apex adjacent spoon, road trip. Yeah.
they had some bigger ones on that resort too, but
Okay. Nice, man. Nice. Well,
I'll get you the deeds.
nice. Nice, man.
This has been Ian and Dave's vacation planning.
Exactly, right? Okay. All right. Well, while you were away, I saw some things, Ian.
I would like to see them as well. Put them in front of my face immediately.
You know what? Real quick. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. So I saw some things. I saw this the other day. All right. You're going to like this. And our buddy Donnie's really going to like this. Boom. Ian, it's a silver Saturn Ion Redline.
Redline. Yeah.
Yep. I saw an IRL. Yep. Uh-huh.
Tiburoning before the Tiburon.
Yeah. 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 So basically the only difference between that and the Vigan is that that's supercharged and the Vigan is turboed, right? Otherwise it's a pretty similar car. I don't know. Donnie would tell us. I think it is a 2.3 liter.
Donnie, answer us. Answer us.
I'm going to Saturn Ion. You had a Saturn, right?
I did have a Saturn. It was not an Ion. I had a SL.
Oh, it's a 2-liter turbo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And what fate did your Saturn meet, Ian?
Neglect. No, it actually did get sold to someone.
Okay.
I am told that because my dad sold it.
Okay.
So I got it because it was like someone at his company's car that they didn't want. It was a commuter car.
Okay.
In Detroit for a long time, and then I got it for a while, and I replaced it with the SHO.
Ah, gotcha.
Had a 5-speed.
Uh-huh.
And it was excellent at pushing shopping carts at 60 miles an hour across things, and also doing learning how to do J turns.
Okay.
With like the clunkiest long throw gearbox this side of a tractor.
Okay.
It was a terrible transmission shifter feel, but it was good for learning how to do J turns in the worst possible car.
Nice. Okay. Nice.
And you could hit things and it didn't matter because it was plastic.
Plastic body panel, snap back, right? Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it looks like this was probably closer to Dusty Rusty, right? So it's a 2-liter supercharged inline 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, nice. So, yeah, just that's something you don't see very often anymore,
Well,
Yeah.
no, and I think honestly it takes a trained eye to see like, oh, it's a Saturn, and then keep going.
Yeah. Right?
To see if it's a red line or not.
Yeah.
Sorry, Donnie.
Yeah. Oh God, is this a red line? Because there was the Saturn Ion, then there was the Saturn Ion red line. Yeah.
Right, but I think that bumper is a red line, right? Because the bumper is different.
Yeah. Yeah. There's the regular Ion. There's the Ion red line. Yes. Okay.
Right.
Oof. Donnie, do you want me to track this person down and get any parts for any of your Ions? Yeah. I could steal a bumper for you. I'll trade you. Like if you can find me a mint Vigan bumper, I'll track this person down and steal their bumper. Yeah. Vigan bumpers are going for like $1,000 on eBay, which is just ridiculous. Yeah. So anyway.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Other stuff I saw, Ian, other things that I saw IRL. I didn't see this IRL, but I saw it on the internet. Maybe you saw it too. This Volvo C30 with a badass license plate. It's a California license plate that says Etalic, ETALLIC, but then they have the M and the A from Metallica on their license plate frame.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that.
Right?
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like Metallica, and I really don't like.
Me either.
Yeah,
Me
right.
either.
Yeah.
Although I did play, so my 6-year-old has been really into. He keeps saying he only likes loud music.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, motherfucker. And so I played him Master of Puppets.
Okay.
His eyes got like as big as his face. It was pretty amazing.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. What other loud music has he gravitated towards?
I tried to play him some like really loud kind of like punk stuff, and he wasn't so much into that.
Okay.
He definitely likes he loves Black Sabbath.
Okay.
His favorite song is Helter Skelter by the Beatles.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
That sort of stuff.
Maybe hit him up with a little Clutch Transnational Speedway League, like their yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Shogun Named Marcus is a track I'd recommend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are these from the 1990s?
How did you know?
It's just just a guess, just a feeling I had. Just
just a hunch.
Mm-hmm.
But Ian, this wonderful Volvo person with their little, because you see that makes your day better, right? You see that vanity plate, it makes your day better, right? It's just a fun thing to see in the world, right?
Yes.
Ian, thanks to our listeners, I have enough vanity plates to give you a music-themed vanity plate game.
I'm sorry. A music-themed?
A music-themed vanity plate game, dude. If you woke up your children, your wife is going to be so mad.
So bad.
All right, Ian. So here we go.
To be fair, it would be the best ending to a podcast ever.
Yeah, just a shoe hitting you in the head. Yeah, just a Harry Potter book. You taking a corner of that thing. Okay.
Not the first one either, like the fourth one, like 1,500 pages. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so here you go. Are you ready for your quiz, buddy?
I'm ready.
You've missed vanity plate quizzes, haven't you?
Oh, I so have. They're so great.
Here we go. All right. So you take it all in. Okay. I'll narrate what we have here. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh,
so we have a black Kia Sorento at the top. All right. Pretty new. We have an older Hyundai Santa Fe, maybe that's like a 2002, 4, somewhere around there. And then lastly, we have these are all dark SUVs. The Santa Fe is like kind of dark blue, and then a black BMW X3. Okay. So license plates, right? Here are your options. UB space 40, UB40. Ian, what is their one hit?
I don't remember, but I don't like it.
Yeah. UB40 has some fucking fans, man. Like,
oh, I know.
There are some people that run deep with them, right? And like, yeah,
I know.
I
can't do any of the waves of reggae.
Right.
They just
don't. They don't mash up with your internal harmonics. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like I can do some dub. I can do a little. I can do a little bit. I can have a little sprinkle. A little sprinkle.
Yep. Well, yeah, because like Massive Attack brings some of that stuff in every now and then.
Absolutely, and even some just straight up like 70s era dub stuff. I'm like, okay, okay. And then at some point, it's like a hard like nope, I'm out.
Okay, then the next. Speaking of the Beatles, what's that next plate say, Ian?
Obladi.
Right. And then lastly, we have probably the most fun at a party. Somebody whose license plate is AEROSMH, Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume that person is from Baltimore because the Baltimore accent is to like hit the ground running at the first part of the word and then have a stroke halfway through.
Aerosmith. Okay. All right. So talk me through what you're thinking, buddy.
Oh man, this is tough because here's the problem with this is that all of these people clearly are of a certain age.
Right. They all are.
And I feel like that makes this pretty difficult.
Okay.
There are also a very disturbing lack of extra context clues. We don't have anything that's really aftermarket.
Yep.
These are all.
And to be honest with you, the license plate frames didn't give you any additional stuff. Sometimes I'll leave the frames if I think that they help. These don't.
These are normie bands for normie cars, and I'm guessing normie owners. So it makes it pretty difficult.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Oh, this is so tough. I mean, Aerosmith is the worst band represented here by far.
Right. Right. Uh-huh.
I mean, clearly.
Right.
Beatles fans are a particular genre. We were actually listening to, we had satellite radio in the car, and we were listening to a lot of Beatles radio.
Okay, nice.
The road trip, and it just made me think about when I was growing up. We knew a family that were like Beatle obsessives, like Beatle collectors.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They had like Coke bottles with the Beatles on them. And
sure.
That sort of shit.
Yeah.
And so they're like a weird bunch too, but also sort of boring, right?
Well, it can be. I mean, like the Beatles fans like runs a super wide gamut, right?
Yes, but Beatles obsessives is what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Beatles obsessives are hilarious to me because, like, you're going to pick something to be obsessive about, and the most niche thing you could think about is the most beloved band ever to exist.
Right. Yes.
That represents a little bit of a lack of imagination.
Or is it thriftiness? Because there's a lot of merch and a lot of inroads into said fandom, right?
Right. And so this line of thinking is my in to this, I think.
Okay.
And I just decided that as you were finishing that sentence. I'm going to say that Obla D is the Kia Sorrento.
Okay.
Whatever the fuck that is. Because I think it's the most, like, just on paper, it makes the most sense.
Okay.
The
Beatles, most practical.
Yes.
Okay.
On paper, the Beatles are the best band, right? Like,
right.
It follows.
Yes.
And Obla D is something that you would listen to with children around.
Yeah.
And that is a sensible car to have with a litter of offspring.
True.
I'm going to say Aerosmith is the X3.
Really? Okay.
I think the primary fans of Aerosmith are like insufferable middle-aged business dudes.
Okay.
And of these three, the BMW X3 is the
insufferable business dude of cars.
It's the natural habitat for the insufferable middle-aged business dude.
True. Okay.
Which leaves me with UB40 for the Hyundai Santa Fe, which I think also fits because it's kind of like the curious choice for both 80s music, your favorite band being UB40, and also the Hyundai Santa Fe. Okay.
Okay.
I bought a Hyundai Santa Fe from 2004. Okay. Yes, sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you're putting on UB40? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is the Hyundai Santa Fe. The who sang this again of Cars. That sounds like a Mr. Regular line, doesn't it?
It does. That was fantastic.
Okay. Ian, I would like to take this time to announce that we have reached a first on the license plate game.
Oh.
You got all three wrong.
Oh, no! This was impossible.
Yes, it was.
You see how I went from like straight confidence to this was impossible.
Right? Immediate discard. So worst band on here, Ian, is
Aerosmith. Clearly,
what is the worst car on here?
the Hyundai Santa Fe.
Okay, all right. Okay, that is correct. Okay.
I almost went that route.
Okay, then here you go. Here's the answer. So
Oh man.
UB40 on the Kia Sorento. So our buddy Eric in Illinois sent us that. Thank you very much, Eric. Our buddy Aaron in Wisconsin sent us the Aerosmith car. And then our good buddy Peta sent us Obla D on the BMW.
Man.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, this one got you. This one got you. Yeah. And I have another license plate game for next week or our next episode from Aaron. And Aaron sent in 3, and they're all him and his family's cars. So
no!
Yeah, so we have that to look forward to.
Remind me of that before we play it, so I'm not a total asshole. Well, this person's clearly useless.
Right. Oh, yeah, no, I think you're going to like it. So Aaron put together a good one. It's got an awesome little story with it. And so, yeah, so it's really cool. I like it. So we're saving that for the next non-interview episode. So thank you, Aaron. And I'll be reaching out about sending you some stuff from the OHOT store. So yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
OHOT. Yeah. So so there you go. So the metallic license plate frame for the Italic plate led us to a music themed. Ian,
This is a really good one.
You've probably seen the volume of text messages we've been getting on the voice line, and you've been doing very good at not reading them, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so thank you for letting me take over the Apex Adjacent crisis line, right? Yeah. Ian, we have this isn't the only theme in the works. So we're getting enough stuff that there are other themes at play, including one theme that I think we might want to bring our buddy David Obuchowski back on the show for.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
So, yeah. So I won't say anything else. We got to get the plates. But stuff is cooking, and I'm excited about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So you have a discussion point that you want to talk about from someone who doesn't even listen to the fucking show.
It's true. So let me just find this really quickly. He's been texting me. Okay. So my buddy Kirby, who I've talked about on the show before,
yes,
a co-worker of mine,
noted crazy person, right?
He's not. I wouldn't say he's crazy, but he used to be a DSM enthusiast.
That's so right. Yeah. Is he the Charlie of the group? If this was Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No. I think he'd probably be the Frank.
All right.
A little bit older.
Okay.
Really good with his money and angry most of the time.
Okay.
So he, but he said, he asked me this question because we've talked about this in the past, he and I, because we knew someone who had one of these cars. So Hummer is no longer like a thing that's around, right?
Right.
GM killed them off several years ago.
As GM does with everything that's good. Yeah.
Well, and Hummer. And, we had made the observation, knowing some people who owned these vehicles.
Sure.
There was a certain type of person who tended to own, who made the choice to see a Hummer H2 and say yes.
Right.
I want the world to know that I drive one of these.
Right.
There's no missing.
Right.
And as Kirby put it, I'm just quoting Kirby here. It's not me.
Oh boy.
Kirby saying it? He said, if douchebags typically drive Hummers, what do you call the ones that will get the EV versions?
Okay.
So what do we think? This is just gross generalization time.
Right.
Let's just throw caution to the wind and stereotype for a second. I think I don't think it's controversial really to say that the Hummer brand, as it existed previously, attracted a certain type of dude.
You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to Google image Hummer owner. And I'm not going to Google image anything with the word Hummer in it now that I think
I
about
know.
it.
So we're like, whoa.
Yeah, yeah. How about Hummer?
Bump the undersized brakes.
Hummer, I bought the undersized brake. Hummer H2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Put owner next to it and just see.
yeah, right?
I'm just curious.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're starting to get a little bit of
A lot of graphic tees.
yeah, right. Inappropriate chrome, things like that. Then you contrast it with EV owners. People like what you saw on the Tesla with license plates that say things like shareholder. Or my wife and I saw a Tesla owner with a plate that said do Mars.
Okay.
See, right?
Yeah.
Takes the wind out of your sails, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does.
Right.
But it's a really interesting question, I think, because the one thing that these two groups of people I think really do have in common is they're both a different flavor of being concerned with status.
Okay. Yes.
Right. And so like showing conspicuous consumption.
Right. And yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Conspicuous consumption. Yes.
Well, but they're very different types of conspicuous consumption. Like they're playing to different audiences.
Yes. Polar opposites in a way, right? Like where one is like kind of fuck the earth and environment, right? I don't care. I'm going to drive big truck, beep, beep. Right. And the other one is like, I'm so pious. Like I'm driving an electric car. I'm not using oil. Blah, 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 blah. Right. Let's not even think about the lithium that was extracted from the earth for these batteries. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm just, and it's going to have the first edition is going to be over $100,000.
Right.
So I'm just very curious to know, is this going to create some sort of Frankendouche? Is that what we're going to have? We're going to have a Frankendouche on our hands?
I think we might. Yeah.
An Uberdouche. It's going to create an Uberdouche. It's going to be assembled. The owners of these cars are going to be assembled from parts of lesser douchebags.
Yes, like a douche Voltron. Yeah.
Douche-tron. A douche Voltron.
Yeah. Every one of them is like, all form the torso. No, all form the torso. No, all form the torso.
One weird dude is like, I'll be the sack.
Yeah.
That's a robot need genitals. What are you doing?
That's not how they reproduce.
Yeah. So I think we should be worried.
Yeah.
I feel like the doomsday clock has clicked closer to midnight at the thought of like a whole new
douchepocalypse.
Species. Douchepocalypse, yes. The doomsday clock is 1 minute to midnight right now.
Yes, right. It certainly does tick closer, right? And I think that the disturbing thing about it is that, like, okay, I can see a world where driving a Hummer H2 that is like donked and crazy is something I support, right? It's for the lulz, right? I'm into it, right? I absolutely pine for a Tesla Model S, right? I want lightning acceleration, right? What I don't want is a vanity plate that like says something about oil, right? Or my stock price, right?
Right.
So like these like kind of positive niches, it's like when you intersect these two waves, right? The thing that we're going to get is further polarization. So the good elements of each are going to be reinforced and be more good, right? Yeah. Which in our world, the good elements just kind of fly under our radar because they just kind of exist, right? The bad elements are also going to multiply and reinforce one another. And so like there's going to be this kind of like polar stretching between the axis of this what is it? It's positive reinforcement. It's that harmonic lineup of those waves, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's going to be such a harmonic lineup that we're going to end up with that fucking bridge in Washington that's going like
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Or like a rogue wave, right? Hey, like,
yes.
yeah. Yeah. I read a book like 15 years ago about rogue waves, and it was one of the most fascinating things I've ever like read in my entire life. The book is just called Rogue Waves, but it's amazing and terrifying to think that a wave can be 100 feet tall, but they can. And yeah. So we're going to have a rogue douche. Like,
It's going to be made of Axe body spray. It's going to be headed for all of us.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be really weird to see like that kind of like all of those subcultures intersect, right? Because like, think about some of the other automotive subcultures that have like kind of intersected, like stance bros and drift folks have kind of been, intersecting, right? And I think that that's had some pretty awesome stuff, right? Like you kind of get like the drift missile stuff, and then you get like the super clean, like drifty boys, and like,
I feel like those two scenes have been like if you just like put two Hot Wheels cars down a hill, and they're going parallel, but every once in a while they just kind of like bounce off.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. They're heading in the same direction, and I'm here for it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be weird, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very curious to see the first like 10 of those on the road and just see who's driving them and how they're being driven.
Right.
And because you can just tell a lot from the body language of a car.
Right. Right. Yes.
Like, I mean, how many times have you just seen not even someone doing anything illegal or reckless or anything like that, but just the way that they're behaving as you're coming up on them, and you're just like, oh boy,
you're right.
Let's make this pass quick.
Or you see them in the rear view mirror, and you're like, well, this person's a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, they like sweep into the rear view mirror, sweep out. You're like, all right, we're gonna get passed by some idiot in a clapped out, Toyota Avalon, right?
Yeah. And then you're like, Ian, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. There's times where you get traffic buddies where like your driving styles line up. And then there's times when you have like traffic nemesis, right? Where you're like, that person's just being a fucking tool, Yeah.
That happens in the mountains a lot, where you'll get linked up with a traffic nemesis where there's no passing zones.
Yeah.
And you end up being linked with them for like 30 miles, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yep. Right. Yeah.
The worst.
I know.
Anyway.
Well, thank you, Kirby, even though you'll never hear this because you don't listen to the show. Right. So if anybody else who doesn't listen to the show wants to suggest something, fucking have at it. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I want an electric car. You want an electric car.
Mm-hmm.
I want a truck. You want a truck,
I want a friend with a truck.
Right. Yeah. You want a friend with a truck. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I want. I want a really good friend with a truck.
Yeah.
Dave.
Well, yeah. A truck is probably not too far in my future. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants to keep a vegan road legal forever?
Right,
not exactly. Yeah. But anyway, that's awesome. So, someone who actually listens to the show wanted to contribute something. Hello. Yeah. Our good buddy Joe Hammers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Find him at Joe Hammers on Instagram. Amazing photographer. I love you, Joe. He sent in. First, let's flash back real quick. There you go. Yeah. Right? Hop in the time machine to a better time when our good buddy Chris figured out the secret of life, or the Mustang owner that found the secret to life. Right?
Yes.
Here we go. It's the booty and pizza, right?
It's the best.
Okay. All right. Hammers found the opposite of the booty and pizza guy.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Is this like the unbreakable Mr. Glass sort of sort of thing.
Let me just, he sent it in, and thank you, Joe, for getting this in traffic. He took it in his rearview mirror, so I took the liberty of flipping it so we can read the windshield decal. Right?
So it's been doctored.
It has, yes. Here you go. Okay, so Booty and Pizza, we're happy to see it. We love you, Booty and Pizza. All right, so here's the person behind Joe in traffic the other day. I can't, it's a convertible of some kind, but on the windshield in really big letters, it says, "No fucks given." Just. Right?
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say that the juxtaposition of "no fucks given" with a medical mask hanging right beside it from the rearview mirror is pretty amazing.
Right. There's like a little asterisk, like, except in a pandemic, I'm not a total fucking lunatic. Right.
So this person does have a mask with them.
Right. There's some fine print to "no fucks given." Right. There's a footnote.
Also, there's at least one more fuck given because he does have windshield wipers.
And I assume the car is legal. It looks like it has a Missouri inspection sticker in the corner of the windshield. Yeah.
So I mean, there have been a few fucks given at some point.
Are you calling out the hypocrisy of the fucks given guy? Are you gonna?
I am.
Are you gonna say that the Mustang owner has not had any pizza lately? Like the last time I saw you, you were eating asparagus. What the fuck?
I hope all of their friends, whoever owns the Booty and Pizza thing, if they're ever eating a salad, they just like knock it out of their hands. Like, no, you're better than this.
Just shoves a New York slice in their mouth. Right.
Wow. And I think we should also point out for anyone who's not watching, the size of the font.
It's more than like a third of the windshield. It is big.
And I mean, I gotta give this guy props too, because he did like really strategically place the V.
right. You know what? No fucks have been given about his visibility.
That's true. Except for the V is right there, so we can just look right through it.
Yeah.
That's amazing,
right? Isn't that insane? Yeah. So thank you, Joe. Yeah. He was like,
does Joe drive a pickup truck?
Yeah, he has a Chevy Colorado.
Okay, I was very confused because I thought that tailgate was the hood of this car. And I was like, what am I looking at?
Right. Yes.
I need more information. Yeah. Specifically, what sort of car this is, because if
it is a convertible.
It's a Chrysler Sebring. I'm gonna burn something down.
So when Joe texted me this, he was like, "Do you think you'll talk? Will you talk about this on the show?" I was like, "Are you fucking like? Yes, this is gold. Like the world needs to see that. Like the 17 other listeners need to see this. Like this is amazing. Like this is truly like, thank God for camera phones, right? Like, yeah,
and I mean, also just no fucks given is not the type of thing you expect, especially with that font.
Yeah.
On a convertible, convertible.
Yeah.
Because a convertible is 100%. Well, a convertible is 100% for like a very like easy, like
fun, beachy.
Let me enjoy the day.
Okay.
Right. It's someone who gives no fucks. Like, they're not worried about enjoying the day. Right.
That's
not what they're about. There's a lot of mixed messages here is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And I need to know what sort of car this is. Like, I have got to
know. Yeah. So there you go, Ian. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, Joe. Wow. Thank you, Hammers. Yeah. Everybody follow him on Instagram, instagram.com/Joe Hammers. Yeah.
I think it might be another Mustang.
It very well could be. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Follow Hammers. Greatest living American photographer.
Yes, everyone should follow him on Instagram. His Instagram feed is amazing. Also, Dave, you've been avoiding it all show, but there's no longer any avoiding it.
Oh,
Our last topic.
Oh, Ian, do we have to?
We have to.
Do we have to, Ian?
Effington won. Is Effington back?
Oh.
Yay! Yay! Also, we have to talk about it because our fantasy F1 league, which you can join.
Yeah.
If you want to join it, hit us up. We will send you the details. We play on fantasygp.com. Our fantasy league is the proud home to Jesse. Who listens to
our good buddy Jesse. Yeah, we love you, Jesse. Yeah.
We've carded with Jesse and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah. Stay safe out there, Jesse.
Yes. She won the whole damn thing last week. Not just our league, but like the whole pro league.
The entire globe of players of Fantasy GP.
All of them smashed it.
Right? Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Congrats, Jesse.
And in just important news, I did just as mediocre as I had been doing all the season.
But you beat me, so there you go.
I did beat you. I'm glad you mentioned that, Dave. I wasn't going to.
Sure.
But you brought it up. So
Okay.
And now everybody is another installment of Ian explains why Lewis Hamilton winning a Formula One race was exciting to Dave.
All right. So real quick. Did Lewis Hamilton win the race? Yes or no?
You didn't even look at the results?
Did he win? Yes or no?
He did. Yes.
Okay.
Did, yes.
Right. Did I predict that he would win?
Probably.
Yes, I predicted he would win. Therefore, F1 is boring.
Okay. Here's the thing. Mercedes is slower than Red Bull this year.
Right?
For a whole bunch of reasons. So basically, like, everyone kind of thought that like the 2021 rules change was like kind of there was some like minor tweaks to 2020 and it was kind of a holdover until we get to the big rules change next year.
Right.
It completely fucked up Mercedes. So there's a whole thing with like the amount of rake they have and blah, 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 and all this other
underbody
stuff.
flex, etc.
Right. So like they changed some of the aero rules and the tires are different and all these other things. And it really affected Mercedes. They're a lot slower than Red Bull. But Lewis is just the greatest of all time.
Okay.
And so he won in a slower car, which is just fucking amazing. Like
just like I predicted he would.
But I like it was so exciting. Like it was so like nail biting and exciting because Max is also like just whether you're a Max fan or not, I'm personally not, but like there's no denying that he's an incredible talent.
Right.
So we ended up with this situation towards the end of the race where Max was closing down on Lewis by like a second a lap, like just taking huge chunks of time, just closing up on him. And Lewis had to hold him off, and he did in a car that was slower and with older tires. And it was just like this amazing drive. And there was like great battles like all up and down the field. It was such a good race. But, you know, if you just like look at the end result compared to last year, it doesn't look that much different because it was the same three people on the podium.
Yeah.
But how they got there was genuinely pretty crazy.
Right.
Anyway.
So Ian, what's going to happen this season in Fantasy F1? I'm going to beat you again. You're going to be mad about it. You're going to get in there and you're going to get all fiddly.
Yeah. I mean, I already did that this time. I definitely would have had more points if I had gone with my original lineup.
See?
But then I read a whole bunch of stuff. I watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos.
You get in your head. Why are you doing that, Ian? It's going to be the same.
Did you have Max for pole?
No.
Yeah. I did. Huh. And plus Alonso is back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Your favorite soccer player back in Formula One.
Nice. Good. Alonzo Mourning, the basketball player?
Yeah. Yeah, he sticks out of the car like fine, whatever.
Well, congratulations on your fantasy F1, but even more congratulations to Jessie because she fucking crushed it. Yeah. And I know her and Chevy are big Red Bull fans, so yeah. Mm-hmm. Jessie I think is more Ferrari, but yeah.
It's going to be a good year for Red Bull for sure. It will probably be Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren.
Okay. Gotcha.
What everyone's kind of thinking. McLaren's looking great.
Nice.
So, nice about that.
So there you go. Fantasy Effington 1, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yes, Ian.
Did we do a car show?
We finally did a car show. I missed you. We talked about cars. We talked about douche apocalypses. Yeah, douche-mageddons. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
If people enjoyed this,
yes,
what should the people who enjoyed this do?
I would honestly love it if they left us a review on iTunes.
I would love it too.
Yeah, and I think that we have a review on iTunes that we need to close out with. So I'm going to go ahead and do the plugs while you pull that up, okay?
Please do.
So you can text us vanity plates at it's 720-515-1391, right? Aaron, I'm going to reach out to you about what you want from what we have that Sid made. And yeah, so if you send us some vanity plates, if you send us 3 vanity plates, I'll make a license plate game for it and send you something. So, let's see what else. So, leave us a review on iTunes. Tell your friends, subscribe to us on YouTube. Even if you don't watch the YouTube videos, if you just throw us a subscribe, that would really help us out. So, we're going to close it out with a somewhat recent iTunes review. We haven't looked at the iTunes reviews forever, but Ian pulled them up. So here we go.
This is from January, so that should give you an idea of how often we look at this.
Okay.
This is a 1-star review.
Nice
for us on our iTunes.
Okay.
It is from Mr. or Mrs. or Ms. Gas Guzzler.
Okay.
I'm not really about listening to woke snowflakes whose automotive knowledge rivals my dog, the one who doesn't even like cars.
Is that it?
That's it.
I do like that.
Was not for me. 1-star review.
Are we automotive snowflakes?
I mean, I think it said woke snowflakes.
Oh, wokes? Oh man, I love being a woke flake. Yeah,
we're woke snowflakes.
Oh man, that's awesome. Then the podcast is working, right? Because if we're repelling dicks like that, I think we're doing just fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say though, I think the idea of being a sentient snowflake sounds terrifying because you just know you're falling to your death.
Right. And also, there's no one existence. Like me. I can't relate to anyone.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Also, I like that this individual has has multiple dogs, and one of them doesn't. One of them knows about cars. Yeah, or likes cars.
Yeah. At least one of them knows about cars, and we are dumber than that dog. Which, fair play.
Fair play. Did we ever at once say we're experts? Right.
No.
Yeah. No. So there you go. Joke's on you.
Well,
still got your fucking listen in our stats, so thank you.
Yeah. We still love you, Gas Guzzler.
Yep.
And your ridiculous review. I love it.
It's oddly well written. Yeah.
So from one snowflake to another snowflake, Dave.
Yeah.
Let's wish all of the snowflakes out there and my very favorite snowflake, Gas Guzzler. Safe and happy day.
I was gonna say, are you gonna say Merry Christmas?
I don't know. I really ran out of steam. I'm sorry. You know what? Take that 1-star away. We don't even deserve that.
I love it. I love it. So thank you, everyone.
Yes.
It was so good to talk to you again, Ian.
You too, Dave.
We love you, everybody.
Goodbye.